$1 million question. Where is Tucker Carlson's brand new Twitter show? Great question. Glad you asked. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about former Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson and the brand new Twitter show that he announced a few weeks ago and why it's not here right now today. A lot of you guys are asking me, hey, did that show start yet? What's going on with that? What's taking so long? What's the hold up? I think I know why the show has not started as of yet. You see, Tucker Carlson has a studio at his home in Maine. I did not know he lived out there. Different story. I digress. Anyway, he has a home studio in Maine, or at least he had it. You have walls and cameras and lights and probably spaces for production assistants. He'd probably be able to give you the same Fox News experience, just not on Fox News and on Twitter.com instead from this studio. But there's just one problem. Fox News came in there and tore the studio down. All right, because they built it at their expense, so they want their studio back. And that's probably why he's not been able to give the Twitter show to you right now. Now, before I go any further into it, I just want to say it's their right to take their studio back, to take their equipment back. But why not just offer to sell it to me? It's like, look, okay, we fired you. You're out of the company. It's a wrap. It's done. And we built that studio at our expense. We'll sell it to you for X amount of money. Now, I don't know if that was offered. Maybe that was offered and he refused, because I'm sure they can't just break into your house and take the equipment. You got to talk to Tucker and get some things going on. There was probably back and forth negotiations happening. Maybe they couldn't agree on a number. I don't know, but I digress. The whole point is, if they offered to sell the studio to him, that'd just make sense. And I would buy it if I was him. It's already set up. Everything's already right there. It's TV level production. Let me just bring my guys in, run it. Let me just take my money, buy it. That'd make sense. But that didn't happen, and they tore the whole studio down. Now, before I go any further into it, we have an article right here to go through. This is on theguardian.com, and you see the headline, Tucker Carlson home studio dismantled by Fox News workers. So yes, Fox News employees, workers, contractors, whatever, maybe a third party, moving company, something like that. They came to his barn in Maine and tore the studio down, took all their stuff back. Now, you see the subhead. Source says, quote, we removed equipment after building a custom studio at our expense. We did not tear down the studio. Well, you could say you didn't tear down the studio in the sense of there was no wrecking ball that came in and just smashed the barn down to the floor. That didn't happen. But if you go into the barn, you taking false walls, cameras, lights, maybe even rugs and decorations and flags and pendants and desks and everything else, you might as well say you tore the studio down, because that's the equivalent to it. It's to the point where Tucker has to go out here with the axe. You see this right here? He's got to go out there with the axe and help these guys rebuild the studio. And what are you doing with the axe exactly? Are you having to break things apart that were partially broken by the Fox News people? I don't know, but I digress. So he's currently in the rebuilding process, trying to get the studio back online to give you guys the good show over on Twitter.com. Let's get through a little bit more of the article. And again, this is on theguardian.com. So, as Tucker Carlson prepares to take his show to Twitter, Fox News, the network which fired the primetime opinion host last month, has dismantled the studio it built in the barn at his home in Maine. Quote, Fox came in last week and got all their stuff, I don't want to say the S word, out of there. Unquote. DailyMail.com quoted Patrick Feeney, who it said was managing work to rebuild the studio, as saying, okay, so he's probably the guy that's in there managing the whole rebuilding process. They took the set and everything, all the equipment, the chairs, the desk, the fake walls, everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it seems kind of petty. You're going to take desks and like the desk, maybe you got a big desk. It might cost, five figures, 10, 15, $20,000 maybe. But a chair, I mean, how much do the chairs cost? It seems petty. I think they could have just let him have that, not even sold it to him after years of service and building up Fox News to where it is right now. Give him a little little severance package. I don't know. I think maybe there was some kind of offer there that just didn't get accepted. That's my opinion, but let's keep on going here. On Wednesday, a source with knowledge of the situation told The Guardian, quote, "We removed the equipment which we own after building a custom studio at our expense. We did not tear down the studio. Carlson was fired in the aftermath of a lawsuit with Dominion settlement, blah, 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 blah." So they've not commented on it, and they're talking about Dominion, et cetera, et cetera. Now we're getting into more things, okay? We're getting into other things that don't really matter. Let's keep on going here. On Wednesday, the Mill said Carlson 54 was working with a 3-man construction crew to rebuild his studio in Woodstock, Maine after the visit from Fox. The site published pictures of Carlson dressed in a plaid shirt and work vest and carrying a sizable axe. That's a picture I told you earlier. Quote, "There's no hardware in place at all," the crew member, Feeney, was quoted as saying. "There's not even an infrastructure for a TV studio for a long time." He added, "We just came in to clean it up and get it looking like something again. There's no imminent venture. We're just getting ready in case something does happen. There's nothing we're doing other than cleaning the place up, shoring the walls, making it look good again." Feeney also told the Mill Carlson had just got back late after a meeting with lawyers and all that stuff. As you can imagine, he's very, very busy right now. Okay, so that's the end of that article right there. It seems very petty from Fox. It seems personal. You know, when I first covered the story about Tucker leaving Fox, I figured there was something personal going on and not this whole Dominion Systems lawsuit kerfuffle. I figured it was more about him and Rupert Murdoch and Murdoch's ex-wife or the ex-fiance. I covered it right when it happened because I said Rupert Murdoch broke it off with his fiance. And by the way, this guy is in his early 90s and the lady's like 40 years younger than him, but I'm not hating, I'm not judging. Anyway, I digress. The ex-fiance looked to Tucker Carlson as like a religious figure or a guy that was very religious, and she would praise him that way. Murdoch didn't like that. I think that got in the way because things like this seem personal and petty. Look, if it's about business only, then let it be about that. Okay, give me a certain amount of time to get out and let it be a good resolution. Let's not leave on bad terms. Why would you just fire me instantly like that rather than just giving me a time to get out, time to resign, keep the studio? That seems like the right thing to do. They're doing very petty things. How much did it cost to go up there and tear that studio down brick by brick, piece by piece, taking chairs and lights and desks and walls? How much did that cost? And then when you take all this stuff down, where's it going to go? Are you going to return it to where you bought it from? Is it going to be stuck in the warehouse somewhere in New Jersey? Where will all this stuff go? It'll cost a lot of money to go break it all down, take it back to wherever you're going to take it to, put it in the storage, and then not use it. Let them have it or sell it to them for a low price. This all seems very petty. And again, it points back to the whole thing about this being very personal and not really about the whole thing with Dominion Systems. And as I close, I want to say this. Hopefully he gets this studio cleaned up and ready to go very soon. I'm looking forward to their brand new Twitter show. I got to have it. And quite frankly, look, I'm going to say this. Having a nice studio in your crib is all fine and dandy. It's all good. Okay. I have a very, 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 very small studio in my house compared to what Tucker Carlson would have. Okay. I don't have all these fake walls and desks and everything. I got a regular kind of home studio setup. If he has something like this, that'd be more than enough. He could be in front of his house or a barn or whatever with a cell phone on a tripod talking. That'd be fine. No microphone, no makeup, no suit, no nothing. Come to the camera with your regular Wyoming or Maine gear. A matter of fact, hold on. Let's go back to the video, the picture. Okay. Yo, just have your camera in front of your Dodge Durango or whatever you got going on and just talk about what's going on. That would be enough. I promise it would. But I understand why you want to have a more professional appearance. You want to be able to be taken seriously. I get it 100%. But don't do too much. There's no need for that. Just come back and give us that good, honest truth as always. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here? Do you think Fox News was being petty to go tear down Tucker's studio out there in Maine? Whatever your thoughts are on that, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. It was most certainly petty. I mean, I understand it cost money and it was theirs and they fired them. They could take it back. But come on, let them have it at that point. Just let them have it. Or sell it to them for the low price. I'm sure he didn't want them to take it, because if it was like that, he would have just taken it out himself rather than having them come and take it. Give it to him for a low price or for free. Why not? He brought so much value to your company for a very long period of time. He made Fox News be more legitimate than what it was. He brought a new audience to Fox, a younger audience, rather than your Bill O'Reillys and your Sean Hannitys and whatnot. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.